Hello, everybody, and welcome to this latest edition of Pompey Talk. I'm Pepe, Lacey, and to discuss Pompey's 2-0 win over Ipswich Town on Tuesday night is the News' chief sports writer, Neil Allen. Neil, I said this on Monday, we weren't expecting a win over Middlesbrough, and we definitely weren't expecting a 2-0 win over
No.
last night.
What an evening. Do you know what? For the last few weeks, I've been saying that Oxford and Leicester would love to be in Pompey's position. They would give everything to be in Pompey's position. I now have to change that and also say Oxford, Leicester, West Brom and Blackburn would love to be in Pompey's position. It has been in Pompey's hands for a while now. It remains in Pompey's hands. Probably one win would do it, as long as they beat Leicester, I suppose.
Yeah.
That's all it is now. They're so close. So close. Brilliantly after the response after QPR has been superb, hasn't it? They haven't panicked. They regrouped in that international break. And the performances we've seen since, the results we've seen since, the fight, the heart, the spirit has been outstanding. Epitomised by last night's performance when they beat a very good second place Ipswich side at Fratton Park.
I mean, the game in hand, it's been spoken about for so long. It's obviously been a game in hand for months, and teams around, or fans of teams around Pompey have said, yeah, they won't get anything at Ipswich. But the way Pompey turned up, they dealt with the pressure for the first 30 minutes and really took the game to Ipswich. Don't rule out these games in hand, because now Pompey are 4 points clear with 4 games left. That's a huge difference already.
They grew into the game, Pompey, because Ipswich clearly a very good side, but they restricted them to goal scoring opportunities, didn't they? Smith, apart from that flying save in the stoppage time, what else did he have to do? Not a lot. In fact, the opposition Walton with that save from Miliali, what a save that was in the first half. There's so many good performances. And you look at, say, you go back to QPR, and there's always turning points in the season. The turning point last season, well, there were 2 really. Hull away when Richie started, and the return of Colin Bishop at home to Preston. Huge season-changing moments. You look at the League Two title-winning season. Crewe at home, followed by the victory over Crawley, 2-0 away from home in that season, changed the trajectory of Pompey's season, so they won the title. Last year, in the League Two title-winning season, Pompey led all through, didn't they, really? But there was that moment when they beat Bolton at home, wasn't it? Was that about December time? And then they lost to Leyton Orient at home, and the response to that as well. Just moments that change seasons, aren't they? And I think we'll look back at QPR, and it did. It has. Just tremendous response to the players. It really, really is. Who would have thought Pompey would get 8 points for the next 4 games and be unbeaten? Drawing at Norwich, winning at Middlesbrough, beating Ipswich. It's been a phenomenal effort from the players and the manager.
Yeah, I mean, Pompey before Middlesbrough, no wins in 8, then score 3 goals, no conceded, and then look at Ipswich's form going into last night. Had won 6 of their last 9, drew 3 of them, and they almost looked shell-shocked. It was almost similar to last season, wasn't it? When you had teams coming down from the Premier Leeds, for example, Swansea, Bristol City, they looked shell-shocked when they came to Pompey, because Pompey took the game to them. And that's something they probably weren't expecting. And that was something we saw so well last season.
Sheffield United didn't win here last season. Burnley didn't win here last season. Middlesbrough. All these results from last season, and we've not really seen that at home this year, other than Middlesbrough, obviously, in the season here. And that happened last night. It was a brilliant, brilliant atmosphere. It's fantastic to read all the comments from Ipswich fans on social media praising the Pompey Fratton Park atmosphere as well. It was all there, and it's been a tough season, a tough old season. I've seen so many people demanding John Messina should be sacked. The criticism that Bishop's taken, rightly in some instances, Marlon Pack as well. It's just superb, isn't it? It's brilliant. And I just love that. I wrote this in my match report. I love the fact that almost 2 years to the day, when Colby Bishop and Connor Shaughnessy scored in the game which took Pompey to the championship. They both scored in a match which could well keep them in the championship 2 years later. I love that stat. Brilliant. These are club stalwarts. Tremendous signings for this football club. Magnificent players for this football club. Colby Bishop, 60 goals since he came here. And they both scored yesterday. Brilliant moment.
We're touching on those goals now. Set pieces obviously been an issue for Pompey, both attacking and defensively this year. But up steps Connor Shaughnessy from a corner, from a set piece. There's no doubts when he's aerial in an opposition box, is there?
Wait, we're now in a football existence in football where fans want set piece coaches sacked. It wouldn't have been anyone, nobody bothered 10 years ago. But we are now in that phase of football where set piece coaches, their fault with teams losing, they must be sacked. Get another one in now. Michael Dawes had criticism this season. The last two games, which Pompey both won, two goals have come from set pieces. So let's give him a bit of praise. That's Michael Dawes. Well done. Give him a bit of praise now. But that's how football is these days. A lot of it's come back to set pieces, isn't it? Everyone's got this little Premier League clubs have got their set piece experts. I think Liverpool sat theirs early in the season because they weren't getting enough from those set pieces. So that's what it is these days. So credit to Michael Dawes.
And then just after that, 59 seconds, Colby Bishop got his goal. It was a bit of a melee in the box, but usually it was a couple of minutes before the break. We could have seen Pompey sat back. They didn't. They smelt fear from Ipswich, and they kept going. 59 seconds, and Colby Bishop was there to grab the second.
Yeah, it was 130 seconds between the goals. 50 times, 130 seconds between the goals, and yeah, Ipswich was shell shocked at half time. I think Pompey fans were a bit shell shocked at half time. Those flurry goals, brilliant, wasn't it? And then it was a case of right, Ipswich will probably score, but hopefully not too early to change the game. Hopefully Pompey can cling on. And it wasn't the case. Ipswich threatened, but Pompey just defended as a team again magnificently, including Millie Alley, who was just completely rejuvenated for that one game anyway. Hopefully he can maintain that. But as a team, just brilliant teamwork. Bishop, again, he was huge at Middlesbrough. He won so many headers in Pompey's penalty area to clear it. And again, defensively huge again. He really defends set pieces for Pompey in their own penalty area magnificently. And he did it again. And as a team, the subs came on. I thought Brown did well when he came on. Anderson came on and did well. Bow was only on for the last minute, wasn't he, or so? But again, and yeah, I looked at the Pompey team on the bench actually before the game. And you look at Ipswich's bench, and Pompey's bench doesn't give you a lot there, does it? Really, Anderson aside, you think, oh dear, okay. Then you look at Ipswich's bench, Village and come on, isn't it? And people like that. But Pompey did it and thoroughly deserved it.
How big of a boost is that for Colby getting his goal? It's been such a tough season for him. It's one he's probably not really experienced in recent years, especially at Pompey. He's so used to getting those goals. They've sort of dried up this season, but how much of a confidence boost is that for him? And just to also tell everybody what he can still do.
Well, look, you look at Pompey's squad, and of this existing squad, Pompey are a better team when he starts. Regardless of the lack of goals, and has he got 4 goals this season?
Yeah, so 5 in all competitions, I think.
So the lack of goals remains a huge concern, a criticism. Pompey need to improve that if they stay up. So you can't get away from that. It's not been good enough from Colby Bishop in terms of scoring goals. But from the options available to Pompey at this moment in time, he's the best choice, and he impacts the team positively. Kurt can't even get in the squad at the moment. So Brown, the player I brought in on loan from Luton to provide the goals, he couldn't make the squad at Middlesbrough. So suddenly, and he was on the bench last night because Connor Chaplin couldn't play. He was ineligible to play, so that's why he came back in. So Colby, he put so much in. It's all for the team, isn't it? Huge team player, massive team player. So yeah, it's great to see him get the goals, isn't it? And shocking to see again, he's wading some crucial goals, and he's had some tough times as well this season through injuries, primarily. So that's why I just love that two huge figures of the promotion side. That Barnsley game, one of the great games, for Pompey to win the title, coming from behind to win the title. And 2 years later, those same two players are at it again, both scoring in a match which could well keep Pompey in the Championship.
Fairy tale stuff. Just finally, then, obviously the action does keep coming. For Pompey, they face Leicester. That, I think, last night's results moved them further adrift from safety. I mean, the tough games keep coming, but Pompey will be full of confidence going into that game, won't they?
Yeah, winning, and they basically stayed up, haven't they? Really. So it comes down to that. So what is worth saying is that tonight, Wednesday evening, is Pompey end of season player awards do gala dinner at Fratton Park. It's Dickie Bow and everything. It's a proper gala evening with 4 games to play, and you think, oh dear. This time last week, you're thinking, oh, it could be a really unpleasant night. Pompey women looked like they could be relegated. Pompey at the time, deep in relegation trouble. Oh dear, this is going to be a horrible evening. Suddenly, Pompey win 2 games, and I think the atmosphere is going to be a bit different tonight. So, it'll be really interesting to see how that pans out.
But you look at even Middlesbrough, 95, 96 minutes on the clock. Pompey are in the relegation zone on 43 points. They get the 97th minute goal, and then they obviously beat Ipswich. It just shows how quickly things can change. Now, all of a sudden, Pompey are almost there.
Yeah, I'd go back further. You're looking at in the 87th minute against Oxford, Pompey are losing against their relegation rivals.
Yeah.
Wow, that was grim. And then suddenly, Dazal pops up with that goal, doesn't he? And from that point, it just changes, isn't it? Yeah, still not over yet. Still not over, but they're getting very, very close.
Yeah.
Hopefully now, people that still don't think Pompey are going to get relegated, but there's always some glass half full characters, aren't there?
You can't please everyone.
Half full, half empty. Sorry, I got that wrong. No, half empty.
You did this the other day.
I know. That would have been a nice way to end it on, but I just ruined it again. I'm just speaking because my glass is currently half full
or half empty. There you go. No,
it is now. Sorry, it is now half empty.
Oh, brilliant. Neil, thank you for joining me. Enjoy the gala dinner tonight, and we'll see you in the next episode.